What's up, guys? Today we're going to be replacing the upper control arm on my 2000 F-150. Some signs of a bad ball joint are whenever you're driving on rough terrain and you hear a pop anytime your truck will bounce or turn. For example, this is my truck before doing the upper control arm. So, that's nice. First, you want to pop the hubcap off. Crack the lug nuts loose. Jack up the truck. And as Crucifix always says, give it a good shake and see if it'll move at all. Now just go ahead and take that tire off. Before you unbolt the ball joint, make sure to take out the cotter pin that holds the bolt in place. Go ahead and undo that bolt. The next part can be difficult and a little scary. Just make sure you're ready to catch your brake rotor whenever you get the upper control arm off. Next, you want to hit the side of the thing with the upper ball joint attached to it. Make sure you're careful during this part, which I was not. To avoid that happening, you want to make sure your car is jacked up. Don't make the same mistake as me and have your car jacked up beforehand. There is a clearance issue with the right side of the upper control arm. This brake line is hitting where my wrench needs to be, so I'm just going to take this mount off and move it to the side. Now my wrench will fit back there and I can get to unbolting this upper control arm. For this next part, I'm going to use a bungee cord to hold my brake rotor up so that it doesn't fall whenever I take the upper control arm off. Now that we've got the upper control arm off, it's out with the old and in with the new. I got this control arm on carparts.com. The link will be in the description. Set the new control arm in place and make sure that your camber bolts are in the same positions they were before. This is very important. Do not skip this step. Now I'm just going to use 2 wrenches to tighten this on. I'm going to do the same for the other side. Also make sure that these aren't completely tightened down, just snug so that you can move your control arm up and down as needed until you're done. To get the ball joint in, all you're going to do is place it inside of the hole and then move your brake rotor until the ball joint sits in place. Now screw that new bolt that should have came with your upper control arm on. Tighten that bolt down. I'm going to use my camera here to see if I have that lined up. Now we're going to try and slide that cotter pin through one more time. There we go. Perfect. Usually bend it around as far as possible so that there's no chance of it coming out. Now that bolt won't come loose. This isn't clicking anymore. Now we need to tighten this to the exact way it was before. You may have to look up the torque spec for your truck or car, but mine is 76 foot-pounds. Now I'm going to remount this brake line. If you look here, we have a bit of an issue where this has somehow gotten under here and we don't want that to get pinched. So this is not a brake line. This is your parking brake, and you can take it off right there. So we're gonna do that, take it off, put it back on. But this time we're gonna feed it over so that it doesn't get caught right here. Next, all you have to do is put the wheel back on. All right, guys. So we're here in the truck, and what we're listening for is a pop. Because before, when I would go over bumps or turn, I would get a pop. And that was due to my ball joint being completely shot. Not hearing the loud pop that we were getting before. Another very scientific test. We're gonna stand right here and jump. Before, we were getting some pops, but now we're not. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for all your car needs, and I'll see you next time.